Pallas virtual science kits flip the classroom, but they do so in a novel way. We use an approach that we call challenge and guided learning. We initially challenge the students with a problem or two. The students are generating their own ideas, exploring different ways that they might be able to solve the problem. And then we have a guided learning provided by the teacher. Here the teacher will explain key concepts that are relevant as well as illustrate the solution to the challenge problem. We provide a teacher guide for this so that the teachers know exactly how to solve the problems, exactly the concepts that need to be emphasized. Makes it very easy for the teacher to teach this way. We then have the students work on another challenge problem so that they're practicing their ideas. The teacher can be going around the class and giving them some feedback and so on. This makes for a very effective way to learn, and our research has documented this in studies. And also to emphasize that the teachers find this an easier way to teach because it's fundamentally interactive with the students doing science in order to learn science. The core approaches that we use with Pallas virtual science kits are based on research that was primarily done at the University of Sydney. This evidence has been presented at top international conferences and reported in papers in top academic journals. In one of the studies, we found that students were learning 40% better with the challenge and guided learning approach that we are using the Pallas technologies, than traditional teaching approaches with the same technologies. We've also found students are able to learn ideas that most teachers would say the students wouldn't be able to understand in high school. Ideas that are even challenging at the level of university students. And perhaps most important, we are finding that the Pallas approaches work equally well for both low academic achieving kids as well as your high selective stream kids. And finally, the research has found that students are overall learning more in the same amount of time as teachers generally use to teach these particular topics. Well, there actually are quite a few EdTech products that are available to schools these days. Many of these are digital videos that might include animations. Some of these are computer games or science simulations that students can watch. However, what's different about Pallas products is that we have the students using tools that are similar in key ways to ones that scientists actually use in their research. So rather than playing a game or watching a simulation, the students are actually doing 21st century science as they're learning their scientific ideas. Another key difference is that these other EdTech products are not based on actual published research, whereas Pallas products are. Well, in the observations that we made, it was very clear that the students were lively, they were enjoying themselves, that they were talking with each other, but they were very much focused and on task, doing the activities that we wanted them to do. When we had the focus group interviews with the students, they themselves confirmed that they enjoyed the experience that they had, they liked the interactive nature of the experiences, and that they really felt that they were learning. Some students even said, "We really think that we feel like scientists now." And that was a wonderful thing to hear. The teachers too reported that they felt that the students were very much enjoying the experiences and that they really were learning as well. Many teachers might think that approaches such as Pallas uses wouldn't work with their weaker academic kids. In fact, the opposite is true. In the research that was done with the 3D and 2D intelligent virtual reality and computer modeling tools that are now used in the Pallas products, we found that the low academic achieving kids were actually quite turned on by these activities. They were quite engaged. They enjoyed the interactive nature of the experiences. For many of these students, they didn't have to do a lot of reading. They could get in and just start doing things, and they really enjoyed that. And in fact, we saw that these students made significant improvements in their learning of science from pre-test to post-test. and that was a very exciting finding indeed.